Push that button. Press the gas, grab it. This one. Not this one. Woo!
Woo!
Yeah!
What do you say?
You want to stand behind it and hear it? It's louder if you go stand behind.
Come on, let's go stand behind it just a little. Back up just a little. What's going on, man? Yeah, I drove to the wrong location. Oh, shit.
I need you, but you're so far away, and I need you
Kruisin with KS is officially live. Welcome, 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 ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. What is happening? I appreciate you guys for tuning in, on your Friday night where you can be doing anything else. I am live on Instagram for the first time. This is my first time trying this feature. After a long time, it has kicked me from it after I have tried to post the video. So hopefully they already worked out the kinks. If you guys have already seen the flyer, then you already know that Stephanie is my guest who daily drafts a Huracan. She just started her YouTube content channel about 2 or 3 months ago. So she's gonna be my guest tonight. We're gonna talk about what got her into cars. Maybe what are some goals for her car. Maybe how her day was, what her weekend looks like. Is she gonna attend any car meets this weekend, or maybe tomorrow or Sunday? Or whatever the case may be. She is tapping in from Canada, so I'm sure that there is a time difference. But I'm definitely thankful and grateful for her saying yes about being my 21st guest. Okay, so the Lord is good, and I appreciate anybody that's watching right now. I know on Instagram, I want to say Topwater Tony, shout out Shots by Cross, Blue BMW. Who else? Racing for Christ is watching live on Instagram. I appreciate you guys. For those who are watching on Facebook and on YouTube, I appreciate you guys as well. Let's go ahead and bring Stephanie in the building, and let's go ahead and get this interview started. Amen. Miss Stephanie, what's happening?
Good. I'm excited to be here.
Well, I'm glad you said yes. If I can be honest, I was a little shocked that you sent me a voice memo through Instagram about when you guys were traveling, and that you had apologized about getting back to me so late. I was at work, and I got the voice memo, and I played it, and I was like, like I jumped up, and like my coworkers looked at me like I was crazy.
Oh.
I'm glad we got this date set, and here you are tonight. Here you are tonight. So how was your Friday, and how was your day?
I had an interesting day today, actually. I was driving the Huracan on the way into Kingston, which is about an hour from where I live, and I took a road that I knew was not the greatest in terms of it's kind of like not a great road, but it was smooth sailing. And then all of a sudden I looked down and my tire pressure warning light came on, and I pulled over only to get out of the car and the tire was hissing. So I don't know what the heck I ran over, but it wasn't like I hit something. I was like, oh my goodness, like I screwed up. It was nothing like that. It was the weirdest thing. So like 3.5 hours later, finally got it to the dealer, and they've ordered me a couple front tires. I'm grateful because I had to replace the front tires anyway at the end of this month. So it's just a couple of weeks early, but still it was a real pain in the butt to be spending my Friday in a tow truck. But nonetheless, I can't complain. It was a decent day, and I got to drive the car at least half of the day. So whatever.
Absolutely. I know you and Lucas, man, y'all been putting out content like crazy. So he must be like a mastermind behind all of it, because it's hard for me to keep up. But how did you start your YouTube channel, and why did you start your YouTube channel?
So we try to keep up with and post as much as we can. We're pretty busy. He has a marketing company, a media company. So I'm really, really lucky from that regard that he is masterful at what he does. But I started the YouTube channel back in December was when I launched my first video, and it was part of me completely changing my course of my life. So I had been in the auto industry for about 12 years. And my last kind of gig was with the Performance Auto Group for nearly a decade. They're here in like the Toronto area. And I was a financial services manager. So I had a corporate job, working corporate hours, doing my thing, sales, all the rest of it. And I met Lucas at the beginning of last summer. And we had no intention of getting into a relationship or any of that stuff, but we loved spending time together. And it was just like one thing progressed to another, and it was like, hey, we should start a family. And he always really wanted kids. For me, it was something that I never thought I'd have the opportunity to do, because I never found someone that I wanted to father my kids, I guess. And so from all of that, and just the way that we wanted to raise our family and all of the rest of it, it turned out that the easiest thing was for me to, not the easiest thing, but the best thing for us and for our family was that I leave my job, because we wanted to move in together. And obviously his company was about 3 hours away from where I was living. So I ended up moving in with him. I quit my job and started a YouTube channel so that we can share with the world kind of our views on parenting, our lifestyle, our car fanaticism, and all of the rest of it. So it's been really, really great. Actually, I can't complain. So I do that. And in the summer where we live now, there's we're on the water. So I'm going to do paddleboard rentals. I'm just kind of living my best life right now and just like loving every minute of it. So I'm very, very, very grateful for like having the opportunity to have a family with him. He's going to be the best dad. I can't wait. Just all of it's been really great.
That's awesome, Steph. That's awesome. I remember, so my son is 7. We seen him in the intro video when he revved the Charger. I remember when my child's mother, when she broke the news to me, it was on a Sunday right after church. She was like, I'm pregnant. And I was like, by who? I was surprised. But now my son is 7. He's currently in Chicago with them at a funeral, and he's not feeling the best. I had him on Wednesday. He slept the whole time he was here, and he didn't want to eat. So kids are a blessing. I'm really thankful and grateful that you are pregnant just to take this journey with Lucas, because your lives are going to change for the better. And a lot of people they think like a kid will slow them down, or ultimately your child is your motivation. Like like he or she, whoever it is, they give you that extra gear, and they help you grind more. They help you put a lot of things more into perspective. And I'm really excited to just watch the channel grow as you and Lucas, as you guys present your son to the world, and hopefully he grows up to be a car enthusiast as well.
That's the goal. And yeah, I'm so thrilled to be able to kind of have this out there in social media land, and have a channel that can really showcase kind of what we plan to do it's a boy, by the way, we know it's a boy. So, and I'm due in August. So I can't wait to just showcase kind of like our views and how we parent and how we very much are going to plan to integrate him into everything we do. Obviously, we know that, you know, life is going to change and there's going to be some accommodations for schedules and sleep times and all the rest of that stuff. But we very much cannot wait to have him in the cars and do drives with him and get him into car stuff and get him on dirt bikes and all of this stuff, go-karting, all of it. So we're very, very thrilled. And I feel very, very blessed to be able to have this adventure with Lucas. My family's thrilled. His family's thrilled. It's been, honestly, it's been amazing. So
Awesome. So Stephanie, if I can, you know, just sidetrack a little bit here, what made you want to be a guest here on Kruisin with KS tonight?
Well, I saw how much of an enthusiast you are, and it resonated with me. And I saw honestly, how great of a dad you are and how you integrate your son into your life and all of your hobbies. So I thought that, I don't know, everything resonated a lot with me. So I thought it would be a kind of a great match, if you will. So
Awesome. So I think I found out about your channel through Cars with Louise.
Yes.
And he posted maybe a picture or one of your posts on his story, and it was like, hey, like, subscribe to her channel, and he used the link. So I clicked on the link. It took me right to the channel. I want to say you had less than maybe 15 subscribers, maybe.
Oh,
I was a brand new channel. So like I'm like a day one. So
I love
it. Really honored. And I've been trying to keep up with the content, you know, as much as possible. Apparently you guys have been on a lot of rallies together. I want to say I had the chance to follow the person who does the editing for your videos. So now we're friends as well. Cool. And it's really like we come to full circle. And once you made the post and accepted the notification, all your friends came onto my post. And I was like, yeah, follow. Oh,
I love it.
But I'm glad that you said yes tonight. And do you like the flyer, by the way?
Yeah, it's beautiful. You did a great job.
Thank you. For those who are watching, if you guys have any questions for Stephanie, you know, like she said, like she left her 9-to-5 job. A lot of us, we dream of that, right? So if you guys have any questions about, you know, how, any questions for Stephanie, type them in the chat. I will put them on the screen. I can't see the comments on. Oh yeah, I just gave Cars with Louise. He's watching on Instagram right now. If you guys have any questions for Stephanie, type them in the chat. I'm trying to watch Facebook and Instagram at the same time. So if I bypass your questions, forgive me. But if you do type them on YouTube or on Facebook, I can see them directly because of StreamYard. But Stephanie, when it comes to the Huracan, what made you want to get the Huracan?
So a Lambo, since I was a kid, was always like a dream car, a bucket list car. I always wanted a Murcielago manual. And so hopefully one day that will be the goal. But as soon as the Huracan came out, I really, really just loved the body lines on it. And it was something that was in reach-ish. It was something that I had to obviously work towards and made a lot of sacrifices for. But I kind of worked up to it from a 1993 Honda Civic that I literally used to drag race in my teens. Like I was 16 when I got my first car, when I got that car, and spent literally every nickel and dime that I made on my part-time job through high school and university on that. And then I upgraded to a couple of BMWs, and I had a motorcycle. What else did I have? Yeah, the BMW. And then from the BMW, the second BMW, I flipped into a couple of supercars. So I had a V8 Audi, and then a couple of Porsches that I was lucky enough to get an allocation for before allocations were really, really crazy like they are now. And then flipped into the Lambo. So I was very, very fortunate to make that happen. But that also came with a ton of sacrifice in that. Like I've never been a partier, drinker, do drugs, really anything. Like I love my cars, shoes and handbags. And that's pretty much the extent of it. So like I wasn't like super frivolous with my money. I mean, I guess that's kind of how you define it. But because I mean, a lot of people think that spending all that money on a car is pretty financially irresponsible. It kind of is. But yeah. It was my thing at the end of the day. And it's always been my thing since I literally got my driver's license. Actually, since I was a kid, my dad has always been into cars. So he gave me the car bug, and it's kind of stayed with me my whole life. So
Wow, that was actually my next question. I was going to ask you if one of your parents or like your siblings, like, were they into cars, but now you just answered it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Robbie, who's watching. Robbie gave me a ride. He was my Uber driver a couple days ago. So shout out to
Nice.
Robbie for watching the YouTube channel. I don't see any comments or any questions as of yet. Kids are a blessing from God, but they also keep you sleep deprived and stressed at times. Shout out to Racing for Christ. It makes me happy, so it's worth it. Amen, Blue BMW. Amen.
I
So,
love it.
so, so Stephanie, with with car season, in Canada, like, how is car season?
It's seasonal, honestly. So it's a little bit different than in the States. And like, let's say Florida, I have a lot of friends that moved out to Florida in the last couple of years, where you can drive your cars year round. You don't ever have to think about putting them away and storing them and fuel stabilizing them and all of that nonsense. Our season typically starts in April, weather permitting, and then goes to, again, October, weather permitting. And then the winter is just kind of blah. The winter is planning on what mods we're going to do for the next season, or fixing stuff, or getting on top of maintenance, or all of the things that you kind of get away from when you're too busy driving the actual car, which is very much me and Lucas. Like, we'll drive them at the end of the season. We're like, all right, we've got about 40 different things that we need to do to get ready for the next season. Tires, oil changes, whatever, little fixes here and there. So that's literally winter for us, is kind of coordinating all of the stuff that we need to get sorted before the springtime.
Absolutely. So I know here in Cincinnati, so people put their individual cars away, but there's always a winter event at, like, the Duke Energy Center, like the Autorama showcase. Apparently they did the Cincinnati Auto Expo, which is every February/March. So even when, like the car shows and the car meets slow down, they really don't slow down, because we still have these private events that people can pay for and go to.
Very
So,
cool.
yeah, I'm blessed and grateful to live in Cincinnati, because I get a taste of a little bit of this, a little bit of that, classics, old schools, lowriders, exotics, supercars, custom cars. It's a little bit of everything here. So I'm glad to be where I am, and being in the car community. And apparently, when I go to these different events, because I go with my son, people identify me like, "Hey, you're the guy that posts his son all the time." Hey, if that's how you recognize me, okay, I'm
I'll take
family. I
it.
will take it. You feel me? So, I'm glad that that you shared how car season is here, because there are a bunch of YouTubers that I follow. I mean, in Canada, and they go to Southern California. They travel full time, or whatever the case may be. So I'm glad that you and Lucas, that you guys protect your cars, and you have them ready for car season next spring, next summer. Um, are there any rallies that you and Lucas are planning on doing this year in Canada?
That's a hard one. So we would really love to. We would love to do a Spade Rally again, which was the one that we did last year together. I mean, we did a whack of Sunday cruises and cruises with our friends, and organized a whole bunch of other stuff. But our actual, like, planned rally was a Spade Rally with Saturn's drives. And that would have been brilliant if we could have done it again this year. However, it falls about 3 weeks before my due date. So a little bit risky business, with being like ultra pregnant and being that close to my due date. And also, like, the driving is not just, doing the speed limit and cruising. Like, we're a lot of times, like, maxing out, not necessarily speeding, well, speeding too, but sometimes, maybe not. I'm allowed to say this. But we do go faster, of course, but we're also testing the limits of the cars, because we're on some of the twistiest, most beautiful roads in the States typically. So we pass the border, we do 4 or 5 days in the States, and then circle the way back into Toronto. So I don't know. I would have loved to, but in terms of just baby season, it's not the best idea. But for sure, 2025 for us, unless I'm pregnant again, we are definitely planning to do a rally in between babies if it all works out that way, because we're both kind of itching to get back behind the wheel and do some, like, really spirited driving.
Absolutely. So we got a question from Instagram from Blue BMW 5 Comp. He asked, "What car do you want next on your list?"
Okay, so I absolutely love the Huracan, and I'm so happy with it. I think I'm truly going to keep that car until the wheels fall off. It's been wonderful. Like in terms of problems and stuff, if you watch my YouTube channel, I just did a maintenance episode. I've had literally no issues with that car other than a couple of small maintenance items. But definitely on the list is an Urus, because it's my dream to be able to drive a Lambo like full time, like as a baby hauler, and then have my fun car. So that's the goal. I don't know how soon we're going to be able to swing that, because nobody knows this yet. We just bought another house. So like it'll be our forever home. So you guys are the first to know. You've heard it here first, but we bought a place. So
congrats.
Where we are in Prince Edward County right now, we're here until about November. And then I have another property as well that I'm selling in the city. But yeah, so we bought our forever home, long story short. And so we'll see if we can swing the Urus at the end of the year, but I have a feeling that's going to have to wait till next year. So in the interim, we'll buy something fun as well. We just haven't quite figured out what like fun SUV we want to get just yet. So you'll have to stay tuned for that. But yeah, so Urus is definitely on the list next. And Lucas's dream car to have alongside his 2009 Gallardo is an SVJ. So those are our next like two big car purchases will be an Urus as a daily, and then an SVJ as his real like car. Like, we can't wait for that one. So, and that'll be, I think that timeline is hopefully, God willing, about 3 or 4 years.
Awesome. Well, Stephanie is my guest tonight, you guys. She is a full-time YouTuber, and she's a car enthusiast, and she is sharing tonight. You guys can give her a follow on Instagram. Her links are in the description if you're watching on YouTube, or in the caption if you're watching on Facebook. Her YouTube channel is there, so definitely give her a subscribe. Check out her content. And then she also has a TikTok, so give her a follow on TikTok if you have a TikTok. We're going to go ahead and get into some brand new music tonight that dropped today. Okay, it dropped today. So this is by my good friend Christ Jr. This is called Church Trap with a solar eclipse that just dropped. Well, he was supposed to release it during the solar eclipse, but there was a user error, so now it dropped today. The album has over 100,000 streams on Spotify, so I want to show my bro some love and play his brand new song called Church Trap. After this video, we're going to come back and we got more questions and more interview with my guest Stephanie, aka Supercar Mom. So definitely tap in, you guys, and share the live if you haven't already. And if you got questions, whether on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, type them in the comment section so I can put them on the screen. She's here for a limited time, and the show's about an hour today. So definitely tap in, get those questions on the screen so she can answer them. But we're going to be right back in the name of Jesus, man. Here's Christ Jr. with Church Trap. Somebody tag Christ Jr. in the chat, man. Let's get it. Let's go. Check it out.
I was out here trapping, then I changed my life. God gave me 2 kids and a sexy wife. I was really lost, then I found Christ. I was saved by the blood, you can't beat the price. Jesus died for you and I'm just speaking facts. You don't believe me, won't you go and read the book of Acts? How you rapping for the Lord, but it sounded trash. Cause the Lord the only one that brought me out the trap. I'ma give him church with some trap in it. I'ma give him church with some trap in it. I'ma give them church with some trap in it. They say you can't rap church with trap in it. I'ma give them church with some trap in it. I'ma give them church with some trap in it. I'ma give them church with some trap in it. They say you can't rap church with trap in it. Yeah, I'm lit now. Pull up with God, I'm giving them church. Satan, sit down. That Bible on me, cocked and loaded, don't get hit now. I'm winning these souls, I'm feeling like Peter, I'm catching fish now. I'm a fisher of men, I'm reeling them in. Luke 5 and 10. I killed the flesh, it's in the dirt, no more living in sin. He took me out the streets, but showed me how to love my friends. I never judge nobody, let them see the light within. Yeah, I was trapped out, with the pack out. Holy Spirit came and hit me, I almost passed out. Created me a clean heart, now these demons cast out. I was lost, now I'm found, I can't even ask how. Cause I know that it was Jesus, so I'm thankful every day. Couldn't do it on my own, that's why he had to make a way. Yeah, he took me out the trap, now I'm making church music. I call it church trap, cause I bring the church to the trap. I'ma give them church with some trap in it. I'ma give them church with some trap in it. I'ma give them church with some trap in it. They say you can't rap church with trap in it. I'ma give them church with some trap in it. I'ma give them church with some trap in it. I'ma give them church with some trap in it. They say you can't rap church with trap in it.
Welcome back. Miss Stephanie is my guest on today. She goes by Supercar Mom on YouTube and Hurricane_Steph on TikTok as well as Instagram. So definitely give her a follow on tonight. Did you enjoy those car clips?
There's something about an SVJ. Oh my God, the sound of those things.
So the owner is a teenager. Okay. Not kidding. And he has one of the best exotic collections in the Midwest, in my opinion. That's just me. Yeah. He made some kind of online game and like Fortnite picked it up. Don't ask me. But he has like a McLaren. Well, he had a McLaren. He has a Revolto on the way. It's already in production and everything. He has that SVJ. It's wrapped orange now from the Cavalcade of Customs event back in January, February, whatever it was.
Oh, cool.
Wrapped orange. So it's even can't even explain it. I can't even explain how beautiful it is in person. But shout out to Aiden. Let me see if we have any more questions from your boyfriend is on here. Lucas, shout out to Lucas. So yeah. We don't have any more questions. So my question for you is what are some of your likes about the car community?
So I've said it a few times before, but there's nothing like truly nothing like the car community. The amount of like connections and friends and just people that I've met in the car community who have become lifelong friends and very, very close to me, like family. There's just nothing, I don't know. There's nothing that compares to it truly. So I'm very, very grateful that that's kind of how I spent my youth, if you will, and continue to spend my time is being surrounded by great people that have like a common goal and, common interests. So also I wouldn't have met Lucas if it wasn't for the cars, if we're being honest, because that's how we met. We met, of course, no big surprise, but we met because of cars as well. So
now I got a question because a lot of men, or at least men in this society. We get jealous, or we have a certain type of perspective if a woman is doing better than us. So with you having a Huracan and him having a Gallardo, did he feel some type of way because you pulled up in a better car than he is when you guys first met?
Oh, I don't think it's a better car by any stretch of the term. Lucas also has a pretty extensive car collection and bike collection as well. So there's literally no comparison. I have one stinking car and he's got a whole whack of them in his garage. So there's absolutely no comparison there. And I definitely don't think that. I love the Gallardo. I love the Gallardo as much as I love the Huracan, hands down. So it's definitely, yeah, we don't see it like that at all. And I mean, at the end of the day, we drive all of the cars. Now we live together. So everything is just as much his. So he takes my car for, whenever the heck he wants. It's perfect.
Gotcha. Has it, what made you want to wrap it? What color is that? Is that like a fuchsia pink or a fuchsia purple? What color is that?
So it's been a couple of different colors, but right now it's called the Fierce Fuchsia is the color. So it's fuchsia. I always call it pink. I get purple all the time for it because it's really right in between, but whatever. It's pink in my eyes. But the original color is black. It's actually the exact same color as Lucas's Gallardo. It's called Nero Noctis from Lamborghini. And then for a while there, I had it. It was called Gloss Plum Explosion, which is very close to Viola Parsife, which is Lamborghini's color. You see a ton of SVJ, not a ton, but there's a bunch of SVJs and SVs and stuff out there in that color. Actually, it's actually one of their most common colors, I think, now in terms of like the purples. And then Viola Bass is also a color that they do from Lamborghini, which is very, very close to this fuchsia wrap that I have. So, awesome. But I just wanted something different. And at the time, there weren't any fuchsia Lambos out there. Now there seems to be quite a few, but whatever.
Do you have any shout outs you would like to give tonight?
Well, to everybody who's watching and to everyone that has subscribed to my channel, subscribed to your channel, and has followed kind of the journey and supported me, I feel very, very blessed and very grateful that I have so many people that have been so supportive and so positive and just have watched this whole endeavor for me, because it's really the first time ever in my life that I have kind of followed my heart with something as opposed to what kind of the safe option was. Like I left a pretty good job in a very secure position to kind of follow my heart and follow my dream. So all of the people that supported that, thank you guys so much.
Awesome. Do you, for the viewers, for the people that's watching, do you have any like life advice that you would like to give tonight? Life advice?
Well, I don't even know where to start. I think my Instagram says it pretty well. I think the way I kind of see life is I work hard, be kind, and do what makes me happy at the end of the day. And that seems to have gotten me to where I am today. So work hard, be nice to people, and do what makes you happy. And it seems to work out usually in your favor as long as you have a positive attitude and you're good to those around you.
Absolutely. With car community, here and there, what are some cars that you really, what are some cars that you would like to see in person that you haven't?
I don't know that there is any, if I'm being honest. Like we're surrounded by a car community that we're pretty blessed, where we get to see a lot of the stuff, almost to the point that I don't know if it's the same thing with you or not, but like being around cars all the time, not that you get desensitized to them, but you kind of get desensitized to them, if you will, because you see a whole bunch of cool stuff all the time that you're kind of like, all right, I'm going out today, I'm expecting to see a whole bunch of really cool rides. And then it just kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but like I'm very humbled a lot of times that when people come up to me, like, you have such a great car or a really nice car or whatever. And I don't know, it kind of gets to the point sometimes you're kind of forgetting what you're in or what you're surrounded by. So I've always got to kind of bring myself down and humble myself to remind myself that, that not everybody has these things, and that, people appreciate it. That's why I absolutely love when like kids come up to me and want to see the car. I'm always the first person to be like, jump in and start the car, rev it up, because there's just something and I was that kid, and so was Lucas, that we always had so much appreciation for it. So giving them the chance to actually experience it firsthand is a very humbling thing. And I'm like very grateful to be able to do that all the time.
Gotcha. Are other than the pink wrap, are you going to wrap it a different color?
I don't think so. I always thought that I would. Like, I was at one point, a couple of years into owning the car, that I thought that every couple of years, I would change the color and do something funky. But I think the car is so distinguishable now in the fuchsia that it would be hard for me to change it, because I feel like just wouldn't be my car anymore in the same token. So maybe one day, I'll do something funky or change a portion of it or something like that. But as of right now, I'm just really loving this pink color.
Got you. With you wanting to have, an Urus in the future, are you going to wrap it fuchsia pink as well?
I might do it purple. So if it all works out, then I would love to do it like at the purple that I used to have, the Huracan. I still have a plate registered under my name that says Lurkin. So when my car was purple Lamborghini Lurkin, I know that you put it in one of the ads today, but that's the goal. And then I'll have Lurkin back on a Lambo, which will be super fun. And then I think it's just kind of a cool, compliment to this car, where they're still both like funky colors. I don't know.
Absolutely. With you having a Huracan, is it modified or anything?
Yeah, so it's actually quite modified. So I bought the car in 2019. It's a 2019. It had about 1,000-ish kilometers, 1,100 or so kilometers on it when I got it. Very, very grateful again for that, because the guy who had originally owned it sold it back to the dealership a month after he bought it, because he ended up moving to Dubai for business. So he sold it back to the dealer. I got it for a steal. It was pre-COVID, when the car market hadn't gone absolutely bananas yet. But I got it right away and started modifying the darn thing in typical Stephanie fashion. So currently, in terms of mods, it was tuned almost immediately. So there's a tune on it. There's an exhaust from Akrapovic. And what else? It's lowered, so suspension. I've got wheels on it from Vorsteiner, USA. They actually gifted me those wheels back a few years ago as part of a promotion, because I had purchased the whole body kit from them. So the front lip, the side skirts, and the wing from them. And they needed a Canadian car to represent the new set of wheels. And I guess just the look of my car and stuff worked. So they reached out to me through a very good friend of mine who works at one of the big shops in the city. And he asked me if I wanted wheels. So heck yeah, I want free wheels.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no kidding.
Live on today.
Yeah, no problem. Whenever you want to send them to me, I will take them. And other than that, what else? There's some carbon bits that I've done, tinted windows, just the basic stuff. But in terms of big mod, suspension, tune, exhaust, wheels, body kit.
Now for, car rally enthusiasts, or car rally organizers, or just event organizers, if someone wanted to reach out to you to have your car participated in an event, what's the best way to contact you?
So always through Instagram. That's usually the easiest way to reach out to me. That would be amazing. But in terms of like a lot of the rallies and stuff, they're things that we actually endeavor to go on, but car cruises and stuff like that, for sure. If there's anything that anybody wants to reach out to me with or for, my Instagram is definitely the best place to reach me, because that's what I'm probably the most active on, other than obviously YouTube and stuff. But in terms of DMs, it's Instagram for sure.
Got you. Did you have the Instagram profile before you started the YouTube channel, or the YouTube channel then the Instagram?
So my Instagram has been the same for about 5 years. I guess when I got the car is when I switched it to Huracan Steph, and it's been like that ever since. And I've been, even before the YouTube channel, I was so active in the car. Well, since I was a kid, I was so active in the car community, but especially with the Huracan, I even through COVID and stuff, we were looking for every excuse to get out there and drive and do some fun stuff for sure. So,
Stephanie, I follow a lot of men enthusiasts on YouTube. So like Damon Stradman, what is his name? Vehicle Virgins, whatever his name, Tyler, I think that's his name. Anyway, and they know how to do donuts. I don't know how to do donuts. Stephanie, do you know how to do donuts?
I do know how to do donuts. I try not to do them so much, because I tend to, like at the beginning of the episode when I was telling you guys, I have terrible luck with tires. I don't know what the heck it is. It's not for any other reason other than they hate me. So it seems like every season I end up with a flat somehow. I run over a stupid nail or something. So I don't do them very often, but I do know how to do donuts. It's my car's rear wheel drive, so it makes it extra easy.
Easy. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let me check Instagram to see if we have any more questions in the chat. Facebook is a little quiet tonight, but that's okay. Shout out to ARC Photos. Shout out to Tom T Serbia or Serbis. Shout out to who else is in here? SoFlow Supercars. SoFlow says love the content you produce. Hope to see you and Lucas down here in South Florida for some car content. So yeah, man. Shout out to the bro. Shout out to the bro. Executive Council Limited. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to Adam Photography. Must be one of your friends because I don't know that name. Anyway, shout out to all you guys for tapping in tonight. I don't see any questions, which is fine. Stephanie, what's next for your YouTube channel?
So we have a bunch of episodes filmed that we did over the last couple of weeks. So there was a really great company called Hayes Detail Products that reached out to me about a month ago, and they sent me a whole whack of products. So we did a whole kind of car cleaning series with kind of my best practices over the years. So we've got a couple of episodes coming out, washing 3 of our cars. So that I'm really excited about. We have a couple episodes with kind of my favorite and least favorite things about my car. So those things, but I actually can't wait until this summer, because with having kind of limited access to drivability in the wintertime, we were kind of limited on what we can do with the cars. But now that it's getting nicer out and it's getting milder and there's no snow and salt on the roads anymore, we're going to be doing a lot of car events and car interviews with friends and people that we know and car collections in the area. So I'll be doing a lot of that, which I'm so stoked about. And then of course, when baby comes, there's going to be a lot of integration with our son and all of the car stuff we anticipate doing, plus probably a lot of behind the scenes of the hard stuff too, if I'm being honest. Like, I just want to be as authentic as possible on YouTube always. And so you guys will kind of, at the end of the day, probably see the good, bad, and the ugly with me, the cars, family, all of it. So I just intend to be as kind of, open as possible with everybody. So I'm stoked about it, actually.
Well, I definitely enjoyed the channel. Like I said, when I looked at the channel, it had about maybe 15 or less subscribers. So I'm a day one, and I try my best to, keep up with the content, because I'm subscribed to a little bit of everything on YouTube, from the concerts to the cars to the how to do this, how to do that type of channels. It's a little bit of everything. But as soon as I see your upload, I'm there. 20 seconds in. So I love the content, and I make sure I keep my notification bell turned on just for you and for those who I really truly support.
Thank you. I love that.
now, Stephanie, of course, with you being a woman, have you had any negative feedback about you being a female car enthusiast?
Oh, Christ, so much. There has been so much over the years. So I always joke about it, but my biggest pet peeve when I was much younger and into civics and stuff was that people would be like, "That's such a cool car for a girl." I'm like, what the heck? Why can't it just be a cool car in general? And so that was always a running joke with a lot of, because the car community, you end up hanging out with a lot of guys, which just, it is what it is. They end up all being like my brothers and whatever, and they've always protected me throughout the years. But that was always a joke with them. They'd always, someone would say it, and then I'd hear it and 3 hours after, "It's a nice car for a girl." I'm like, piss off. But that was a big one. And then other ones that I get more recently with the cars that we have now is people making assumptions about my career. And they're usually not very wholesome. Like, they're really bad. So I've had, which I only just started hearing recently, but apparently it's a thing. But I've had a few people I was at the gym the other day, and I know the guys that work at the gym, and he's like, "Hey, a guy just came in," and he's like, "Did you see that car outside?" Because I ended up driving the Lambo to the gym that day. And he goes, "Oh yeah, it belongs to one of our members, some chick over there," or whatever, like however he said it. And he's like, "Oh, it's a girl's car. What, does she do OnlyFans?" I'm like, I was so offended. I was like, whoa, okay. And Right? That was my jaw dropped. I was like, is that people's first reaction? Like, not that I just worked my ass off and, decided to spend my money probably poorly on a car instead of investing it in other things. But no, I must be doing something completely offside like that. So it is what it is, but you get it. Yeah. And then you'll get the odd person who just is pissed off that it's a girl driving versus they assume it's like an older man or whatever. But you take it for what it is, I guess. I guess part of me is like, all right, I'm kind of flattered that you think that, that I should be an older guy or whatever the heck. But also the car is pink, for Christ's sake. Like, who else would be driving the car?
Yeah, that's wild. So the reason why I asked that question is because I attended an all electric car event last year when I started my year and a half ago when I started my channel in August. The event was in like September or something, so it was like one of my newest videos. And the video was the Hummer, the Porsche Taycan, and like some other electric cars. And it was the first time that I had saw the Hummer, and I posted it. 45,000 views as a reel, and a bunch of hate comments. I had no idea so many people hated electric cars. So that's why I asked you, like, have you encountered anybody that like really, had a stereotype about you, being a woman and driving this type of car? So that's why I asked the question. But you handled it, flawlessly, and I'm sure that that it's not the first time. So therefore, you're like a veteran at responding in love and accepting people despite them not accepting them. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, fair. I think the biggest thing for all of that, especially when it comes from people online, is I got the advice from a friend of mine, Lyndon, who actually teaches a lot of YouTube classes. And I asked him, how do you deal with some of the negativity? Because there's days that you're just like, oh, that's like pretty shitty. And it kind of gets to you for a minute. And he's like, honestly, who cares? Just ignore it, delete it. And if it's bad enough or if it's, malicious enough, I just block them. I was like, true. So I kind of go with that mentality now for everything. Like if people send me crappy messages on Instagram, or YouTube is the worst. I don't know what it is. It's YouTube. Everyone is super brave on the keyboard. Or even in person, like if people have bad things to say, like I know who I am, I know who Lucas is, I know who we are as a team, and we're good people at the end of the day. And if people don't like it, then that's their own problem, and that's that. So
absolutely. So we got about 10 more minutes. I have another new music video. This one comes from a female. Her name is Michelle Lee. She actually did my KS anthem on the radio podcast that I do. And this is her brand new song, came out today. It's called Right on Time. And we serve a God that's always right on time, whether our back is against the wall, whether we are, living our best dreams or trying to achieve our goals. He's always right on time. So this song fits the show, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. For those who want to connect with Stephanie, who is my guest, she goes by Supercar Mom on YouTube, and she is Hurricane_Steph on TikTok and Instagram. So definitely give her a follow on tonight. Links are in the description. Do me a favor and support her tonight. Let's go and get into this Michelle Lee Right on Time track. Check it out.
Signal may be disconnected, cause I know when you're near and I know what you said, but lately I've been getting no reception. I know you see it clear, don't wanna interfere, but it's hard with all the
Huh?
I want a rabbit.
Did you hear him? Tell him again.
I want a rabbit.
All right, hang on. He's gonna pull you up. You reach down there? You reach down there? Hang on, wait. Let me get a video.
The one on the right.
Hang on. All right, go ahead.
Tristan, can you tap it just a little? Vroom, 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 vroom. Yeah. Okay. Just a little. Just a little. Okay, let it go. Do it again. Okay. All right, y'all, man. What do y'all say?
Thank you.
Of course, y'all have a good day.
Yeah.
Be safe today.
All right, Miss Stephanie, we are back.
Hello.
Are you enjoying yourself tonight on Cruising with KS?
I am. Your son is so cute. He gets so excited in cars. I just love that so much.
If I can show you, I have cars, like die-cast cars, all lined up on my dresser. I got some on the floor. I got boxes I haven't even opened up yet. So I love taking him to car shows. People want him to come in the cars and rev them and review them. And then when we go to the stores, he'd be like, "Dad, can we get that car, the Anti Collection?"
Love it.
I don't have to force none of this on him. So it's really an honor and a privilege to just enjoy this with my son, because me growing up, I didn't have a father. So for God to allow me to be a father and be active in his life, paramount.
Love it.
Paramount.
And you're such a good dad. It's so nice.
Thank you. Hopefully I can get Lucas on the show to talk about his collection, how he got into cars, and etc. But I'm looking forward to doing part 2 with you in the future.
For sure.
And I'm following you on all social media platforms. Do you have any last words or any last remarks before we get out of here?
I don't think so. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate you reaching out. I'm glad that we got connected, and yeah, this was great.
Awesome. Well, enjoy the rest of your Friday evening. Say hello to Lucas for me when he comes home. And I can't wait to do this again. Much love, much blessings to you and Lucas. And congrats again on being a mom. And I'm looking forward to taking the journey with you guys as you guys post. And as much as possible until the baby comes, and then take a break. And then even when he's like 6 or 7 months, y'all come back, whatever the case may be.
We're posting the whole thing, the good, the bad, and the ugly. You're going to see it all. You're going to be seeing me with a brand new baby boy like a weekend. So
absolutely. Well, you guys definitely give Hurricane_Steph a follow on Instagram and TikTok, and check out her YouTube channel for all the car content, the quick questionnaires that her and Lucas do on her channel, and the modifications that she's going to be coming out with here soon, or whatever series she's working on, whether if it's reviewing a product that somebody sent her, merchandise, taking delivery of new wheels and rims, whatever the case may be. Show her some support tonight. Links are in the description, and show her some love. Well, thank you again, Stephanie, and enjoy your weekend. And I look forward to having you back on Cruising with KS.
For sure. Thank you so much for having me. Thanks for watching, everybody.
All right, we out of here, y'all. Last video of the day is by Jay Measy. Actually, no, it's by Salt of the Earth. It's called Counting Blessings. And we got to continue to count our blessings despite the bad days we have. Despite if we feel like going to work, we got to remember that we are blessed. So shout out to Salt of the Earth. And I'll catch you guys on the next interview, which is on Monday. I'm going to be interviewing a photographer out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Her name is Allie Seazox, and she helps her husband Nathan with their media business. So Monday at 6:30. If you guys are available, tap in. The flyer is already on my Instagram page, and this will be my third interview in 1 month. So I got my foot on the pedal, and I can't wait for May and June. I already got interviews lined up. But be blessed, you guys, and just remember to keep Jesus first. Continue to count your blessings, and don't forget, support Supercar Mom, aka Hurricane_Stephanie, on all social media platforms. I catch y'all in the next one. God bless.
Man, I cannot get enough. I'm just counting all these blessings up. Man, I cannot get enough. I'm just counting all these blessings. I'm just counting all these blessings up. I'm just counting all these blessings up. I'm just counting all these blessings up. I can't get enough. Counting all these blessings up. Pull me up this morning, that's a blessing. What up? With activity on my limb, that's a blessing. What up? A lot of people, they be taking it for granted. What up? They never understand till the day advantage. What up? Another day, another chance, get it right. What up? Ain't tripping on yesterday or last night. What up? Just made a post, only got 10 likes. What up? Get love for my family, real life. What up? I got the power to get well, so I'ma get it. Can't take it with me, so I give it and I spend it. Also saved and I'm giving them the wisdom. Inheritance for my children and they children. I thank the Lord for giving so many chances. Cause I was one of them people who was taking life for granted. Trying to do this thing without him. He the reason that I'm breathing. I was deaf and I was blind, but now I hear him and I see him. I seek first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness. Everything else gonna be added unto you. Y'all don't understand, man. It be God and family for me, man. I wasn't supposed to be here. I'm alive, bro. I got peace and I ain't never had it. Man, I cannot get enough. I'm just counting all these blessings up. Man, I cannot get enough. I'm just counting all these blessings. I'm just counting all these blessings up. I'm just counting all these blessings up. I'm just counting all these blessings up. I can't get enough. Counting all these blessings up. Counting all these blessings up.